Hello friends. Today's topic is about the confusion is happening for the beginners, like which scripting language they want to select and learn for launching into a DevOps world. So the confusion here is like there are two things here. So the top scripting languages when you onboard into DevOps, right? We have shell scripting and Python. Okay. So why shell scripting is required? Yes, initial days when you start learning about Linux programming or SDLC time and so at that time we have shell scripting and even few people are still sticking to shell and they feel some comfortable on the shell scripting. So I'm not denying that one. Yes, that is good. So shell is having their own advantages and they can make use of some automations using the shell scripting. But now the current trend, whatever is started from the last, okay, you can take it as 5 years or 6 years like that, the trend is going on with the Python scripting. Why? Because if you notice, Python is having integrated with the so many modules, extensions, and at the same time for doing an automation, if you write so many lines from the shell scripting, you can minimize that code and you can do quickly. And moreover, the learning of Python is very simple. The language of understanding the code by reading itself, even if you don't know Python, if you start seeing the code, you can quickly understand what it is doing. Okay, so that is the beauty of the Python. So don't feel like I am against to shell scripting. Okay, I am very familiar with the shell scripting. Even I started when I started my career, I started doing the shell scripting. I love to do shell scripting, but slowly what is happening, right, the automation, when it comes to automation, people will always look for quickness and doing a task very quickly and integrating so many things into that automation. So when in times of integrating that, we need to write so many functions or actions to perform an automation. So that is the reason we have a choice of selecting Python instead of shell scripting. And also the Unix commands, like for basics, like if you know the when you log into a server or Linux host, what are the basic commands you want to run to understand what is the size, what is the CPU, what is the memory for that any Linux host based on the different flavors we are using. So that could be enough to understand like Unix basics, I can say Unix commands, like to see the space, df commands, du commands, some pseudo commands. So that is enough for. But when it comes into shell scripting, if you are much interested or if you are feeling some comfortable level on that shell scripting, I can suggest you for the shell scripting. But Python is having a more future in even it is going on right now. So you can make use of Python for your automations. It's not my words. If you start using the Python for your automations day to day, you will feel that one. Yes, Venkat said right. Okay, and in future, right, we have ML, AI, those things were coming into to the DevOps also. So when you are going into that one, Python should be mandatory because the notebooks, the Jupyter notebooks or models, whatever we are writing in that one, that will be completely in a Python scripting only. Okay, and Python to do this automations, everything, and you are doing the pipelines also. But mainly when you consider about the future for coming 5 or 6 years, okay, I'm not going to the 10 years, I'm just going for 5 to 6 years. It will be drastic on when AI and integrating to that DevOps. Python will be like a, it's like a game changer. So better to learn Python. That's my choice, my suggestion to start it. That's just for beginners, I'm telling again. It's not for the professionals who are already working on the shell scripting. Yes, they are good with it and they will have some challenges to move to Python again. Okay, they are little, they are okay with the shell scripting and they can write their own scripts on that automations. They are having their own space on that one, they can do more on that also. Shell is having a good space there. Okay, but my suggestion for the beginners, if you want to start on the automation side or in the DevOps world, Python will be a good choice. Okay, and the notes and documentation of Python, it's very well available. And what are the how to start on the Python, how to learn Python, don't ask that question because so many blogs, so many things were available right now. Even when you open your laptop, you can install your Python binaries in your machine and you can just try a type Python, that will give you to the console. and the CLI. Then you can run your print statement, hello world commands, anything you can do. Even Python also having some advanced concepts like in Java, you know, right? We have a concept object oriented programming language. Like that we have here, like to write a functions, writing a classes. Yes, it is there, but it is not that complicated when compared to the other languages. That is what my suggestion here is. By seeing the code, you will understand what this function is doing and how to put a error block, how to put a try catch block. So everything will be simple. But why I'm telling it is simple, because I am working on that one. So I may say like simple, but if you start learning it, if you start doing it, it will be the same feeling for you also. And moreover, at the end of the video, I want to tell you, like, when you want to write any programming language, or when you want to think in that one, my only suggestion is like, what are all the day-to-day activities we are doing in your work or in your day-to-day life? Try to imagine those things into how you can write a code, how you can automate that code using a programming language like a Python, so that your mind will start thinking into it, like how I can make it. For example, if you are paying something, if you are driving something, like if morning you wake up and something is saying good morning to you, like Alexa or Echo, like that. So do these type of simple automations, okay, to make your mind thinking about the how the system is behaving for the automations. Okay, that's my advice for you, to start thinking about the logical way. Okay, logical thinking is very important, and so many companies were asking the questions on Python and different what you call the different types of situation, different types of issues were coming, questions were they are asking. So like, if you have 10 questions, you cannot answer 10 questions, but the that will give you a understanding, and that will give you a boost of like, okay, where we are on that logical thinking. So before that one itself, I'm telling you, start your day, start thinking about the programmatically, so that your task will be easy. That's it for this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and keep watching. That's it for this video. Bye bye.